wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll diss my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Headphones.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
What's the direction of the channel, fellas? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2. We gotta check it out. I'm doing a couple.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, I'll diss my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain.
I can do about it. I have to, well, I gotta be back to work first thing in the morning. And I told myself I'm gonna be live every 3 or 4 days. At least twice a week. I gotta go live twice a week. And I'm talking about something that doesn't have anything to do, I can guarantee it has nothing to do with Weavy. This live stream's about a YouTuber named Trenches News, who has about 110,000 followers. And Trenches News, it turns out, is the #1 creator in the OTF indictment, only the family indictment. Dirk, little Dirk and them, Foe and them. Little Dirk, do your homework on Only the Family. and how only the family is getting roughed up right now. And some of the people that are being named in the indictment are FPG Butta, which is really a gut punch for Chicago, because in many ways he's become somewhat of like Chicago's little brother almost, you know what I mean? We've watched this little kid go through a bunch of craziness on the internet and give a bunch of interviews on it, probably give more interviews than he should give on it. I would say Butta probably did. And as it turns out now, he's actually in trouble a little bit. Looks like he's in trouble a little bit, that maybe he said more things that he shouldn't have. Maybe he said more things than he should have. And he said some things he shouldn't have done. He moved out of the city, which was probably a good idea. We're talking about Butta right now. We're not actually talking about Trench's News. Trench's News deleted his channel, it looks like. I mean, chances are it's still there, right? Now, some of this stuff is going to be based upon information that I've gleaned, because I watched a lot of Trench's News whenever this was very first happening. And I watched some of the statements that he made. And the first statement he made was, I didn't tell those people nothing they didn't already know. I just cooperated some shit that they already knew. Okay, fine, whatever. Then it comes out and they say, well, they got him while he was in a county. So they approached this YouTuber while he was in the county. That means they were watching him before he went to the county jail, right? I don't know why my head itches so much right now. This is ridiculous. Hold on, let me get a... Hold on. I keep itching my head. I don't know why. If I got bit by a mosquito or something. That shit was annoying, dude. I think it was like sweat or something. I don't know. That was bothering me. Anyway, FPG Butta. Honestly, the whole Chicago drill scene right now is actually kind of taking a gut punch, dog. It's not even focused on like one particular gang. We got what's his name got caught messing with the homosexuals. That was a problem. I'll remember his name in just a minute. I know the damn dude's name. Okay, so all these jail videos started coming out at Rax Rarest. I haven't figured out if the name is Rax Rarest or Rax Arrest. I'm not quite sure, but check them out. They're on YouTube and they're on Instagram, and they seem, I don't know if they're getting videos from the cops. They have to be getting videos from the cops. How else do you get footage? How do you get chest footage? How do you get camera footage from the cop unless you're like tapped into the cops? These are the same type of footage that they got on me. Not footage, that's wrong. They got my disciplinary reports, my incident reports, my IRs somehow, whenever they were running a background on me, and they ended up with write-ups that I had gotten in prison. So somehow or another, they got something that's going into the prison, right? And they're actually finding out what people are doing in prison. So somehow or another, they found out how to do that in Chicago. Now, I got to be honest. The election's about to come up, right? Understand that the executive branch of power is the most powerful branch of power. Joe Biden, right now, this is why they call him the most powerful man, pretty much in the world. I mean, there's some arguments, you can make arguments about the leader of different countries, but that's a different argument. The point is that the executive branch of power can pretty much do whatever the hell they want unless it's crazy egregious, and even if it does get challenged or shut down, it'll take months, right? That's why Joe Biden said, no, we're not going to do student loans anymore, fuck those. And then it took him 10, 11 months for him to live that through, right? It was true for a minute. What he said was true for a minute. Nobody had to pay a bunch of money during that time period, which means there is some people who died without having to make those payments. So technically, some people got out of it, because, you know what I mean? That's what the executive branch of government does, is they can do stuff and then they can get challenged in the court system. So I believe this is some sort of concerted effort to dilute the power of organized crime across the United States. If you see it in California, they're doing everything they can to make all the gang members look bad, right? Look at C-Mac. They bring him in, they go right to a 50-50 yard. So they're putting the onus, what they call the onus. The onus has now been put on the person. It is now on you to attack somebody. If you want to be good in the eyes of the powers that be, it's now on you. This is an attempt to break down people's power, right? Well, it's not quite the same dynamic in Chicago. So what can we do? Well, we got all these interviews of dudes acting like homos, talking about sucking dick, saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying, you know. And a lot of these convicts from Chicago, or these little gangbangers from Chicago, they don't even think nothing about it. But it was like, whenever they asked him about it, he's like, homie, I've been there for murders. Everybody knows I've been there for a bunch of murders. This is a jail fight. Like, what are you guys talking about? I didn't say nothing whenever it was a jail or whenever it was a murder. I kept my mouth shut, but now everybody's tripping over because I said some dumb shit on a jail fight. That's how they're looking at it, right? That's how they're looking at it. Everybody's seen the videos of King Von. What King Von was doing, he was having a good time with it. He was joking around, playing around with the situation. So, it do hit different when Trench's maybe a... Man, I like Trench's news, homie. Trench's news was cool. He was a cool dude. Man, hey, it's your boy, Trench's news. You know what I mean? Like every day, homie, I tap in with that fool, homie. You could tell he had... Where's my water? I know I brought my water. He had like a straight pipeline to the streets of Chicago, dog, all day long. Let's get to some of these comments. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. All these Chicago dudes are so... Hey, homie, it's a different... I get it. People are different, you know? The fact is, homie, them cats from New York, they move different, too, you know? And there was a whole set, you know, a lot of their rules were set up based on the mob, right? So the mob, like, kind of set the standard moving forward, and then each race... Because what happens is somebody's going to set the rules. Whoever's got the dominant power is going to set the rules. But then a while... different races are going to pick up those politics and play with them how they see fit. And not everybody's going to say the same thing, right? Not everybody's going to feel the same way. And you can look about that with like the Moors or the Muslims. The Muslims let people come home. They call it coming home, dog. They don't care if you got an S crime. I met Muslims, homie, that are considered to be in good standing in the Muslim card. They're considered to be good Muslims in prison doing their thing, homie. And them dudes got S cases, homie. And one of the big homies had to run it down to me one day. As a matter of fact, this is what started. I'm going to get off the rant and I'll get back to the comments. I love you guys. I promise. You guys are fucking awesome. So, one of my homies, Big Nicky, I said, hey, fool, Nicky's a fighter. A fighter. Homie, like, he's one of them dudes that's going to be like top 5 on every yard, right? And he's one of the big homies. Everybody kind of knows it. That's just Nicky. That's his thing. Ugly motherfucker. Nose been smashed in. They used to call it the beak because his nose been broke so many times. Missing teeth. This tooth was like green. The one in the front was green from being dead for years, but they never yanked it. And he was like, it ain't causing me no trouble. You know what I mean? Just a rowdy motherfucker, dog. And so I said, hey, Nicky, I said, who's a fighting this motherfucker on this yard, homie? Who's a dude on this yard that you don't really want to get down with? And he said, do you know that black dude who works in the library that looks like George Washington? And I said, yeah, he does, because you can't miss him. He's about 6'3", 6'4", but he's skinny. Probably, I don't know, maybe a $190, $195, maybe 200, but 6'5". He's all of 6'5". Tall, skinny brother, right? And he's got these 2 huge cornrows going to the back like this, and then they tie it up and then they go down. But they're super white. They're all the way grayed out white, right? So he says, you see that dude? I said, yeah. He said, I seen the blacks tried to remove that dude. He said, he knocked both of them out. He said he hit the one dude with a 2-piece. They came at him and he caught him with a 2-piece. and ducked the other dude and like grabbed him. He said he grabbed him and did some sort of trip and just slammed him and then just started drilling him. He was like, the whole fight was over in maybe like 30 seconds. He just let these fools have it all of a sudden. And the cops didn't even know. The cops didn't know what would happen. They locked everybody down. They ran in. They locked everybody down, slammed everybody down. And then they had to go back and run the cameras to see what happened. You know what I mean? His name was Snobs. He was a black dude named Snobs, right? I says, well, what's the deal? He said, my understanding of the story is that Mr. Snobs was cruising down the street. He happened to be next to a shelter for like homeless women, things of this nature. Women that not homeless, impaired, like mentally impaired. They were mentally impaired women, right? So what he did was he was cruising on a thing. He looked over. He seen some people with Down syndrome, things of this nature, people at risk, right? The type of people that was at risk. So he jumped over the fence real quick, grabbed this female, throws her over the fence, throws her over his back, and takes her home, and keeps her for like a week. Does what he's gonna do, does all kinds of nasty stuff to her. He ends up getting busted. They give him all day long. Well, apparently over the years, the blacks had gone out of their way to try to remove this dude. And they were never able to remove him. Me, whenever I was there, they were just leaving him alone, right? Whereas different cars will do things different, right? Like the Mexicans will keep sending somebody at that dude. The white dudes will usually keep sending somebody at that dude. You know what I mean? They'll keep, no matter what, he's got to go, especially because this was a level 4. Where I'm talking about is linemen on a level 4. They weren't going for it. Let's get over here to the what's calls. Gang, stuck in the system. What up, my homie? Let's see. All that drill scene in Chicago is washed up now, and NYC took that style and ran with it like it's crazy. You should send me some stuff on IG, some good drill music. I like some good drill music. Remember that weird white junkie who made viral Chicago street gossip videos? No, I don't. I do remember some shit that I thought was going to pop back in the day and never really did out of Chicago. Do you remember Crucial Conflict? Remember Children of the Ghetto? There was a CD called Children of the Ghetto, COG. That shit was fire. They had a cool little shit. Biden can't change his underwear. Gee, he shots himself out of spite just to piss people off. No, you're right. I never even been to the yard. You don't shit. Shut up. Oh, are you a foreigner? We got us a foreigner. I mean, I don't know if it's that serious, to be honest. This salacious content is just the type that does numbers. Really, it's the breakdown of traditional media structures that help foster these new conditions. That's a good point, sir. That's a good point. People wouldn't have turned to YouTube and all these different places. They act like they turn to these places because they want to hear these wild conspiracies and because the regular news isn't that exciting. It's because the regular news is a bunch of lies. Well, that's why people are on YouTube looking for news. That's why people are on social media looking for the Mothman and some other dumb shit, because you guys can't be trusted. I don't claim to know what the truth is in the world. I have no idea what the fucking truth is, dude. And especially some poor dude, some poor ass fool. There's no way I know exactly what's going on in the world. They're not going to let me know what's going on in the world. But what I do know is that the corporate media is lying. I can guarantee that. These fools are lying constantly. So that's all I have to go with. So now I have to look at the world, see what I understand, accept the things that I don't understand, accept that I have blind spots, right? Not just fill in with whatever the fuck you think is right. You know what I mean? You look and say, well, shit, I don't know much about that. Let's try to learn more, right? Let's see. Talking about Chicago politics. Shut up. Oh, good one. Burn. Sure you're phony. Who's your big homie? Nikki? Never heard of him. If we had more critical, thoughtful examination of street subjects, such as your approach, that was the popular style for this medium, we wouldn't have the no jumper type of shit. You know, but that might be true, but I'm going to argue with you and say why it's not. because even my dumbass goes and watch them stupid no jumper clips. That's why. I watch him too. You know what I mean? I watched Kelpie get punched in his face like 15 times in 3 seconds too. So, like, I even like that childish shit. Unfortunately, human beings like really childish stuff. It's just kind of the way. We still like fart jokes, dog. Doesn't matter how old you get, dog. Fart jokes are still funny. Biesa! Use a Biesa! Ah, there you go. I got him. See? Laughing my ass off. I got him, homie. You can't fucking help it, Christopher. Stop it. Stop it. Ah. Ballhead Goofy, your mama a goofy homeboy. My drill doesn't sound. Where you from, brother? What kind of drill you got going? I'm gonna give a shout out to my subscribers, homie, because my subscribers are dope, homie. My channel members be killing it, homie, and they help me keep the lights on around here. I'd be doing. How would I even get I couldn't even get fucking electricity or internet or any of that. I'd be on the government end set. Should be buffering, dog. You know what I mean? Should be buffering all day trying to live stream, dog. I want to give a shout out to Hvitmore and We Was Wolves and Bigfoot and Stephen Beath and Vegas Profile Stories and Wesley Mitchell. Thank you, my homies. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Good looking, man. Good looking. And I appreciate you too, Christopher. That's all right. We all need a little bit of hate sometimes, homie. That's okay. I ain't tripping. Hvitmore in the house. There she is, right there. I'm from Denver, and you are a goofball. Your mama's a goofball. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Where's your profile pic? Tough guy? I shows my faces. Everybody knows my mug, homie. Who is you? Right? What's your little name? I don't remember any Christopher. My name's Big Perm, homie. What's your little name? Gary, what up? With a blood named G-Mac? I do know G-Mac, dude. I believe. Don't hold me to that, but I'm 99% I know who G-Mac is. G-Mac's name is Gary. Is that you? That's you. If I remember right. Don't you wear glasses? Is that you? He was trying to, backdoor me right there. He was trying to get me with the woo-wham. If I remember right, G-Mac's name is Gary. I don't remember his last name, but if I remember right, G-Mac's name is Gary. And I think he's trying to get me right there with the, oh, do you know him? I know Smugs, homie. That was the big homie, Smugs. Oh, yeah. I watch that shit, too. It's entertaining. I can't, yeah. You know what I mean? It's definitely frontal a bit. It is, homie. It is, but you can't, I'm still a child at heart, and you spend all that time in jail, homie, and in prison and in juvenile. Honestly, in juvenile, it was just like, and I even had I got my GED like right away whenever I was like 16, and I still did a bunch of time in juvenile after that. I still did at least another year before, you know what I mean? Out of the, by the time I turned 18, and that shit sucked, homie. I didn't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? That shit sucked. Man. Everybody hates Chris. See, I was right, dog. You tried to backdoor me. I already knew, dog. Good shit, my homie. Good looking. Yeah, that's me, homie. They call me Perm, dog. They call me Perm, homie. I've been around. Everybody knows me. I ain't no super gangster. I'm just a normal old dude from the hood. Los Locos gang, homie. You know what I mean? I won some, I lost some. Sold some dope. Did some gang banging. That's it. Nothing special. Never killed nobody or nothing like that. I wasn't with it. I was more of a dope dealer. Dope dealer and a thief. Homie, I was a hell of a booster. I'll tell you what. Homie, Trenches News told. Trenches News told. That shit matters, homie. That means they are snatching up YouTubers when they go to jail. That's what that means. They're taking YouTubers. They're waiting for you to fuck up. Oh, use a little YouTuber? Use a Crip tuber? Use a blood tuber? Use a whatever type of tuber? Sureño tuber? Okay. Watch this. Wait till you go to jail, homie. We about to tighten you up real quick. We're going to tighten you up real quick. Oh, you want to make this little pistol charge? Since everybody and their mama want to run around with a gang of weapons, right? Everybody want to have fullies. Anybody could jump up if they want to. Mike Sanchez, the big homie. My big homie, is that who you're talking about? I talked to Robert. I talked to his brother, Robert. And I talked to Andrew on Facebook. But no, Loquito himself, I haven't been able to talk to Loquito, no. I would like to get a hold of him. I'd like to get a hold of Emilio, too. Do you know Emilio? I don't know if you know Emilio. That's my fucking homie. He spends a lot of time in Texas. Anybody come up if they want, homie, I'm just bullshitting now. I'm talking about, basically, homie, this shit scares me, dog.
Carry on, cause
This shit scares me. Because that's what it means, homie. It means that they're waiting for people who know things to fuck up. They're waiting for you. The feds are waiting for you to fuck up, homie. So you could go to jail and then, oh, you like running your mouth on YouTube? Woo. That's why everything I talk about's like a decade old, dog. Or it's just the information that comes from the cops, dog. He wasn't doing too good. Yeah, I feel for the homie, dog. I know he struggles. We all struggle with our addictions, you know what I mean? I've been lucky enough to get a wrangle on it, you know what I mean? I went through Pier 1. My ass had to go through Pier 1 to get right, dog. You know what I mean? And did a bunch of years. They gave me a 10-piece in Pier 1, and I went and did a bunch of years in Pier 1, and the honest truth was it helped me, dog. I'm not perfect anymore, but I just graduated college. I just graduated a bachelor's, and I just got into a master's program, dog. And I'm actually going to try to be a PhD. Only if I could kill this program over the next year, I can maybe be a PhD candidate. But imagine that shit. Dr. Perm. I'm sorry if I talk about this shit a lot, fellas, but I don't got a whole lot else. You know what I mean? I ain't got a whole lot to fucking show for myself, homie, but I fucking could do something. You know what I mean? Do fucking something. See something through at least. What is it? You seen some craziness? I know there was some crazy ass weather today. It was, what you call it? It was raining all nuts, dude. I was actually out cruising with my dog, and we had to like hide for a couple minutes. He said, everyone I know is dead. Homie, my whole hood's in jail. They're dead. And honestly, a bunch of them just busted to other hoods, dog. All the ones that got life sentences decided they were going to go be from other hoods. They wanted to be from big gangs where they could go do their life sentence and gangbang for the rest of their life. So, and my hood just wasn't deep enough to offer them a lifetime of gangbanging, you know what I mean? It's hard to gangbang when there's only one or two of you on the It's hard to politic, you know what I mean? It's hard to be in the mix when you only got one other homie on the yard. But you've been dashing all weekend. I ain't mad at you. And Conrad, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I made an appointment with you on Tuesday. I can't make a fucking appointment on Tuesday. I still got to get used to this new schedule. That's the one of the 2 days a week I cannot meet you. But I love you to death, and I'm gonna get with you behind the scenes, and we're gonna figure out a day, because this shit can't stop us. You know what I mean? It can't stop us. We'll either get it in Thursday or fucking Friday or whatever works for me, you, and Timmy. We're gonna get this shit in, and then we're about to get this Denver YouTube thing cracking, homie. You know what I mean? I'm in it. I'm with it. Door dashing all the weekend. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. As long as the statute of limitations. Oh yeah. No. Oh, I don't talk about no murders. I don't ever talk about no murders that I have any sort of. I ain't got no info. I don't have any info. So I couldn't talk about anything anyway. I know what the news knows. I don't know nothing about no murders. And I think that's all. I don't know nothing about no art cases either. I don't know nothing about any of that. Anything that's got some sort of like statute of limitations, I ain't fucking with that. I think those are it, right? It's capital crimes, right? right? Something where somebody has to like get their life took or something like that. Those are the only ones that end up with long statutes of limitations. But no, I never killed nobody. I won't involve myself in them untoward activities. You know what I mean? I enjoy your perspective on the content you push. Keep bringing it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got a video coming out. My next long form video. Let me fix my collar. My next long form video. Y'all fuck with me too, man. My next long form video is going to be an interesting perspective about who's to blame for the death of S-Bone. Because I think there's a lot of nasty shit going on behind the scenes here. A lot of just nastiness, you know what I mean? Backbiting. There's a lot of not looking out for your brother, selling your people out for just some content, you know what I mean? Like, I see some of these dudes getting on here and they start posting shit and they're like, oh yeah, I known this dude for like 10 years or da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but here he is, fuck him. You know what I mean? Or I've been fucking with this dude and everything's good and this and this, but here's some paperwork from 20 years ago, fuck him. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, it's like for some content, homie, and then the machine just keeps chewing. That's all it is. The machine is an animal. The YouTube machine is faceless, homie, and nameless. The crowd, a mob is nameless whenever it burns things down. And nobody gets held accountable, and it's the same thing, homie. YouTube is a machine, homie, a monster, and it just eats people, just eats people's fucking careers. Oh, you said something, whatever, you know, you're not in the popular group, right? You're not in the popular group, that's it. Just burn them down, dude. Just burn them down. It's like, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe some of the stuff. I wish I would turn my back on somebody that I call my friend overnight and just burn them down. Oh, I don't fuck with him no more. You motherfuckers ain't no friends. You wasn't that dude's friend from the rip, homie. Yeah, get that money. I ain't mad at you. As long as your stories are, statute of limitations is old. So all crimes have a statute of limitations forever. That's what you're saying? I do not believe you. I do not believe that is the truth. Because you have to be able to stop malicious prosecution, which has been practiced in the past. Perhaps we are speaking past each other, or I misunderstand exactly where you're coming from. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. This fool's a goofy. We will handle it. No one's going to talk about Denver gangs. We will make sure of that. I'm sure you will, sir. I'm sure you will. What's on? What up? Only murder has long. Let's see what AJ's talking about. AJ, what up, though?
What's going on, man? How you been?
How you doing, brother? I'm doing good. I got into fucking master's program.
Yeah, man, I was trying to hit you up on the email, but I got a new phone and I had to log into my email. But hey, sure. Man, so when do you start?
I already did, like immediately.
Congrats, man.
They messed up. They messed up and lost my application, right? And so I call them. And I'm like, hey, man, what's the deal? Isn't school going to start pretty soon, or what's the deal? And they send me back a thing, and they're like, we're so sorry. We messed up. Give us 24 hours, and we'll have you an answer. And within 48 hours, I was accepted into school, and then class started like 48 hours later.
Man, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Big thanks. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
But hey, I was calling in for your topic, because this is kind of similar in that there's a so I think that we're at the same sub count. I think you hit like what 3,700, right? Or 3,900 around there?
No, I'm at 4,000. I'm about 4,100.
Oh, congrats, man. Yeah, so I'm almost like 3,700, right?
Yeah,
so
we kind of jockey for position.
Yeah. So the thing is there's a younger guy, Chris, who, you know, so we became friends, and he does YouTube stuff, and I put him on my panels every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Well, he put me on a panel. There's a guy. He's like a hardcore, like, I don't even call him like a red pill. He's one of those like kind of MGTOW, women are all, you know, bad type of, you know what I mean? And I was kind of out of place there. You know what I'm saying? And like, but this guy has like 90,000 subs, right? So I get on this bad panel, and it was just all just kind of negative, right? Like, it wasn't even fun. And what I mean by this is like what you were saying about people turning on each other, right? Like, you're supposed to be homies or whatever. There's a group of people that I've noticed. You know how like people on the far left now, they try and find reasons to like disqualify each other. You know, so for instance, all the like J.K. Rowling, she's a lefty's lefty. She's pro LDHD TV. She's pro climate change. She's pro gay man. She's pro everything the left wants, except the whole Transformers thing. So she's disqualified. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is people try and disqualify each other, and then they turn on each other. And when I was on this panel, they're basically saying everyone in their little sphere, this person is not real. This person is not real. I'm like, guys, how can you have like a message or have a group or be cool if you're just trying to disqualify each other and turn on each other all the time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the same thing that those Egyptologists pro-blacks do. Oh, he's not real. He's not real. Well, then who is real then? You know what I'm saying? And so I took him aside and I said, look, you've seen my channel. I don't mention other content creators except people that I'm cool with. So for instance, I'll drop the link to your channel. I'll drop the link to this young kid's channel, but I'm not going after anyone. Oh, these people aren't real, because that's why? You know what I'm saying? And I've noticed this in the YouTube space is like let's just say that you blew up to like 20,000 subs. There's got to be people that you are cool with coming after you to try and get some type of clout off of that. And I just don't see why that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. You know?
Yeah, I think that some people realize that they'll interact with you. Like, let's say me and you interact, right? And because we've interacted for so long, I've gotten X amount of subscribers from you. God only knows how many, but I've gotten some, right? Well, there's an argument to be made that, like, if I'm not your friend, well, AJ's used up. I've got as many subs as I want out of him. The only way I'm going to get any more is to start going at him, right? And you will. People will come and show up if you start cussing people out and saying, now, are they good subscribers? The problem is the channels that I've seen do this, their channels will never monetize.
Yeah, that's true.
YouTube knows it for some reason. Like, YouTube just knows.
You look at Fresh and Fit, they got demonetized permanently.
Really?
Dude, and that's hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
They're millions, right? That's millions.
Yeah, millions a year. Yeah, millions. Plus, so they can't do super, and that's from views alone. Their super chats, everything. They're look. I mean, they still have Rumble and locals and all of that, so they're still making good money. But that's a lot of cheese, and all because they got look. The bigger that you get, the more strategic you have to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's why there's a couple guys who I follow who have like 1.something million subs, and you can see from when you see them with 20,000 to 1 million, they become a lot more like, they don't censor, but they're careful about these podcasts that they go on, who they have on their podcasts or whatever. Because all it takes is one or two things, and boom, that's a lot of money being gone. Yeah, and it's not about censoring your message. You know what I'm saying? Because even you can do what you do with 1 million subs. You just got to be more strategic. But see, you know that, because the thing is, from when I first saw you, when you had 1,100 subs to 4,000 subs, you're pretty consistent in what you do. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do a bunch of foolishness anyways. But Fresh and Fit though, man, and even that guy, I think his name was like Undead Chronic or whatever. Like his channel, he has like 70,000. He was demonetized. He had just got his channel back.
At 70,000, damn, that shit's, it's scary. Could you imagine putting in all the work to get like 500,000 subs, and then they demonetize it? Oh, it's got to be
Well, I told you, I'm demonetized now until the end of October. And
that's what, a 90-day, you got a 90-day ban? Is that what happened?
Yeah, but it wasn't a copyright strike, though, because I know a guy, he has 2 strikes on him right now because someone that he did a video on, gave him two strikes. So he's got to be real careful about posting for the next, was it nine strikes?
Well, he got 2 right away.
Yeah, because someone he was reacting to came after him.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, and he appealed, but they were saying no. I mean, he was going. It was another person who was saying that you could pray STDs away.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So he was going in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be one, and that's the one thing that Kevin Samuels guy did. He passed away, but he had like 1.4 million. He never beefed with anyone, and that was the one thing that he tried to tell all the content creators. He said, guys, just don't beef with anyone. Because especially if you have Gangish's channel and you have 900,000 subs, if you beef with anyone, you're going to make them more famous. They're going to eat off your plate. You know what I'm saying? So who cares? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, everything else is good over here, man. I'm happy for you. I saw your announcement about school, man. So can you juggle work and school and your channel, or do you think that your content's going to have to go down a little bit?
This is what's happened. Well, for one thing, as far as my content's concerned, you're going to get a couple live streams a week, just like this, just bullshitting, picking a subject and just talking about something. That music, and you brought up that music. That music is actually public use, fair use. You can use it.
Cool.
Anybody can use it, yeah. So there's going to be a couple of these just to stay in contact with the guys and keep myself out there. Most my work is going to go towards my long form biography type. You know what I mean? The shit that makes money, the shit that actually makes money that you can place ads in and stuff like that. Long form content, half-hour type documentary type stuff. I've got another one coming out here pretty soon. Probably about the next week I should have another long form one come out. And that'll be mostly what my channel's doing. I'm still working 40 a week. I will continue to work 40 a week. They're okay with fitting me in all kinds of different places. And I'm actually taking 1 1/3 time on my master's degree.
Okay.
Because if I take 1 1/3 time this semester and I take full time during the spring and then full time in the summer, I can actually finish my master's degree next summer.
Cool, man.
And then I can put in for, if I can kill it, she goes, if you can kill it and come out the other side with like a 3.7 or a 3.8, she goes, you're basically a shoe-in for like a doctoral, like a PhD program.
Now, do you have to do a thesis and defend for your master's, or?
Probably.
Oh, dude.
Probably.
You want to talk? That was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. Besides jumping off a cliff in Hawaii, bro.
Really?
Dude,
really?
Well, the way that my program worked was you had to write your thesis, and then you had a panel. So there was the dean, there was a professor of your choice, and then there was one that was random. And the dean was cool. I chose our grant writer, who was the professor who used to be the mayor of San Antonio. She was cool. But then the other guy, he was this Bulgarian dude, man. Out of everyone, I'm like, please don't let it be that guy. I walked in there. I was like, shit. Sorry. I'm like, dude, he sits there.
These aren't monetized. These aren't my lives don't monetize. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever.
So I was like, fuck, it's that guy. Damn it, right? So, and the presentation, dude, your presentation is going to take 45 minutes to an hour, right? So I'm sitting there talking, And right at the end, I accidentally said, in conclusion, the private prison system in America, instead of is, I said isn't, or I said like the opposite. So you know what I mean? Like I said that my findings were
Wrong.
Yes,
Yeah.
on accident. I didn't even realize that I said it, right?
Yeah.
So then they're like, all right, we'll go outside and we'll talk. And I'm sitting there outside. I'm like, oh shit, I said the wrong thing. Damn it, right? And yo, do you remember how when you got your driver's license and the person in the car is like writing on the board and you're all scared, and so I go back in there and you remember your driver's test? They go, well, you passed, and then everything past that is wah 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 wah.
Yeah.
Dude, my dean said, well, AJ, you passed. And I was like, I passed? He's like, but you accidentally said the wrong thing at the end, And it was, dude, man, that was the most relief I've ever felt in my life, man, So, but, yeah, man, it'll be fun.
That's
It'll be fun for you, man. So
I'm stoked, Tommy. I'm stoked that I'm going to be able to come out. If I could do this right, I'm going to be able to come out with a PhD at less than $100,000 in debt.
Yeah, dude. I'm in the DMV, dude. I know people that are $200,000-$300,000 in debt for an undergrad.
I know.
degree.
I know.
Clown world, dude.
I was smart, homie, and I didn't take no loans for 2.5 years. My first 2.5 years, I didn't do nothing but just work my ass off, work 2 jobs.
Yeah, me too.
Because it was easy. The schoolwork was fucking nothing.
Yeah.
I could just pick it up and just do it. It wasn't hard. This shit's it's pretty rigorous, dude. The program that I'm in right now, it's
the only benefit to your graduate degree is that unlike like sophomore year and freshman year where you're taking botany, philosophy, and friggin' astrology astronomy that have nothing to do with each other, history, botany, you know what I'm saying? Like they have nothing to do with each other, but now all your coursework is going to be similar.
Yeah.
Which is good. You know what I'm saying? But I actually paid for my whole undergrad out of pocket, which was good, but my brother's ex-girlfriend, she had a full ride scholarship to undergrad and then went to Columbia for 2 years for her master's, $150,000 in debt for 2 years of school, right? And then my homegirl at work, she said that her friend won't graduate with her PhD because she can't afford to get a regular job in California. She's $600,000 in debt and just won't graduate. $600,000. What do you even do? Because we all know that weekend at Bernie's ain't forgiving any student loans anytime soon.
Hell no. That was all a lie.
Straight up, dude. Hey man, can we when you are if you have time in between work, because I know that you'll be busy, but especially this next year, dude, people actually do you actually think the Orange Man is going to jail?
No.
I don't either. Thank you very much. The Orange Man's not going to jail, and if this doesn't stick, he's getting in there again. And the thing is, I'm not even endorsing the guy, even though there's a small petty part of me that wants to see the wokey-wokes cry when he gets in there again.
Just to stick it in their craw. Yeah.
Seriously, But honestly, people think Orange Man is going to jail.
They're gonna try.
Yeah.
They're gonna try.
Because he'll be like, if you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Hey, bro, we don't deal with homophobia in the chat. I'm tired of this dude. Somebody whack this dude. He's not even you're not even funny, dude. You're just lame.
That's how you know that you're getting big is when you start having trolls in your chat. I had to boot a couple people the other day, man. So I had to make some more mods. I'm like, guys, man, you need to get some of these people out of here.
No, I'll let people talk shit. You come here to talk shit all you want, but say something.
Yeah,
You're
funny.
just, yeah, you guys are gay. Gay hearts. Come on, dude. That's not even funny. We're intellectual around here. You can make all the gay jokes you want, but make them
funny, clever. Yeah. I had a one guy who was just like, just being silly. I'm like, man, come on, dude. You're not even funny. Like, what are you doing? No, but yeah, we need to have a live stream about all this stuff. There are people that honestly think that they're gonna get him on something. I'm like, dude, that's not happening.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to, yes, and I will actually do a deep dive into the legal arguments, because that's kind of what matters, is the real legal arguments. And there is some YouTubers. Spencer Shane, show your face. I'll let you on, but show your face. I don't care. This shit ain't monetized anyway. I don't care if you show your balls. I just want to see whose balls are gonna get flashed.
What's funny too is someone goes, what if they, this doesn't happen? I mean, what if they don't get him for anything and everyone's mad? I'm like, something's gonna happen to take the news cycle away. There's gonna be some proxy conflict between us and over there, probably in like Poland or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it'll take the whole news cycle away from the fact that orange guy didn't get in jail. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But
well, what okay. If your audience wants to hear, if you're on YouTube right now, and AJ, you have your audience, and your audience is how you pay your bills, and you knew that your audience wanted to hear that Trump was going to jail, what would you be saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is like it's like they're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Right? I've talked about this before. The first time I noticed it was whenever I watched Hillary Clinton say, I've always supported gay marriage. I support gay marriage. I've always supported gay marriage. And I said, okay, what is making her do this? Because I know this woman. I've watched her for years. She's a rational actor. She's not a weirdo. She's not an idiot. She's not stupid. She's not a wild card. She's not Trump. Why is she doing this? And I had to really do a deep dive and think about why she was doing this. And the answer that I've come up with is they're fucking stuck with these people. Mm-hmm. Somebody has to be, because weird people vote too. So someone's going to get fucking stuck with them. So she's stuck with anybody can marry anybody. And if you say anything different, you're a homophobe. And Hillary Clinton, she's just stuck with it, even though she doesn't believe it. And there's a whole bunch of them that are like this. So now, what? You know what I mean? How absurd can these people get before the left denounces them? I don't know.
Vivek guy.
What do I think about him?
Yeah.
I know Kevin did a deep dive on this fool and said this motherfucker's a scam artist. He basically made all his money. He made all his money rebranding a company and then reselling it to the stock market, basically the same information. He just took the same exact research, failed research that had already failed, and just repackaged it and used his name and his mouthpiece and his connections to drum up a bunch of fucking money.
Yeah.
And they gave him a bunch of money. And then he SPAC'd the money. You know what a SPAC is? Well, I'm going to tell everybody what a SPAC is. A SPAC is a special purpose acquisition vehicle. Special purpose acquisition vehicle is code name in the stock market for give me a bunch of fucking money because I'm going to go to try to do something with it. I'm going to go build a new piece of software. I'm going to go build a new microphone. I've got an idea, and I show you my idea and say, I'm going to make an app that lets you buy weed from your house, and you can order it in 30 seconds, and it's connected straight to your bank account, and da-da-da, and you earn rewards on it, and it's also got the doctors, all the doctors in your local area that sign up for our network. It's got their info inside, so you can talk directly with them through the app. You can just chat directly with your marijuana doctor. We can do it over the phone, right? And then you go, that sounds like a great fucking idea. And I say, yep, give me $500 million. Well, he did this, but he did it with a fucking failed project. He just did it again. And they gave him a bunch of money. And so he's kind of a crook.
But hey, I got to dip out in a sec. But hey, did you see, look, I'm not a big Larry Elder fan. I mean, to me, like, but a lot of the stuff that he says is true. I'm just not a big fan of him, you know, being black. But did you see Larry Elder body the Breakfast Club a while ago, like 2 weeks ago?
No, but I heard about it. It made the news.
Here,
Want me to pull it up? Should I pull it up?
I'll hit you up an email. Let's have a live on that.
Okay, because, so I have usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off is what I've been going with. That's kind of what they've been scheduling me. I'm getting all my hours on the weekend, and my classes are only Tuesday and Wednesday. And my degree is in communication and media management. I remember you asked me earlier and I didn't answer you. It's communication and media management. And you could kind of direct the degree where you want it to go. And everything I'm doing is going towards large media management and video production in general. I'm going to focus a lot on, they have several courses. The one is corporate video production that I'm about to take. That's one of the first ones. So there's going to be a lot about video. We're going to try to professionalize this channel. Get some bread out of this channel. And then if I get it up and running in the right way that I want it, then maybe we branch off into another one. Or maybe I start helping people build theirs. If I can get really good at it, maybe I just start.
That's what I was going to say, because there's a guy that I know that I spoke to behind the scenes, and he was saying that that his producer, so he has a channel, he has about 20,000-30,000 subs, and he was doing everything himself and trying to work on everything, but then he hired this guy that, you know, so he's like an image consultant, but for your channel and your media. So this guy came in, he basically made his Instagram and his YouTube channel match more. He made it so when he posts stuff in shorts to YouTube, that it goes to Instagram and everything's consistent. And he started him a TikTok because he's like, look, all of this can all stream in. You know what I'm saying? And this guy will come in and do that for you. Or you can send him a script or whatever and make him he'll make a video, and then you just do the voiceover for your content. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have, you know, 900,000 subs and you're doing all these podcasts, oftentimes editing, you obviously know, takes the most amount of time. So it's like, you can have a person manage that for you. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I definitely do need to streamline my shit. And one of the ideas that I had actually was Conrad hooked me up with this motherfucker that is actually really nice. And I actually have this right here. This is a DSLR. This is a professional DSLR I need to get the attachment onto here. And this will give me 2 full setups because I have 2 PCs in my house. 2 powerful PCs in my house that can be used for video editing, and basically they're very strong. They can be used for gaming. They can be used for video editing. And so I have 2 full setups, and I actually have a Mac. I have some Mac stuff too. So that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to get, if I can end up making enough money, if I can get to the point where I'm bringing in like $2,000-$3,000 a month on YouTube, which is absolutely doable with a couple good videos. That one video I put out a couple weeks ago is at 120,000 views. That would have been $800. So if I can put out 2 or 3 of these a month, right? And as I get more subscribers, right? So $3,000 a month, I don't think is, it's a good goal. I think it's a reasonable goal to keep me driven.
How long have you been seriously posting videos? Because it hasn't been much longer than me, right?
I'm a year. My channel is a little over a year, maybe 13 months.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Have you researched how long that it takes to get monetized for the average person if they do it at all, which is a
Yeah,
sometimes
most people
it takes
did-
people 17 months to even get 1,000 subs.
Yeah, most people
And
don't
you
monetize.
did it in like what 6 months or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, obviously, I did it because I had the one. I'm like you, where I had one that has like 130,000 views or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, maybe I can do this for real. So, yeah, maybe, yeah, I'll hit you up an email, and I'm gonna try and go over that Larry Elder Breakfast Club thing, because
Do it. Do it. No. I'm with it. Let's do it. Send me the video.
And you can, and you can, or we can both stream it, because I can stream it and you can stream it on your channel at the same time.
I can get busy. I'll go watch some other videos around it, and I'll even go watch her side of the story. Whoever he's arguing with, that's what I like to do. What I like to do? I like to go find the smartest leftist I can find on the subject and listen to them. Hey, homie. Oh no. What about hey, Jonathan Haidt? You know who Jonathan Haidt is? Or Steven Pinker from Harvard. These are incredible, brilliant leftists. There's a bunch of brilliant leftists out there. And the fact is, Eric, the Weinsteins are leftist, if you really want to know.
But I guess
it's just one subject where they're like, no, this is bullshit. It was just basically the mask shit and all that is where everything went. And then their fucking no white people on campus shit. That's absurd. That's what got him. That's what really got him started was no white people on campus. He's like, fuck you. I'm going to work.
That was at Evergreen, right?
Yeah, that's what started all their shit. Other than that, those are just leftist.
Hey, guess who did his undergrad at Evergreen? This guy.
You? Nice. That's dope, dog. That's dope. Yeah. He was just a normal leftist until they shoved some bullshit on him. Right?
Yep,
and he pushed
I
back.
remember that.
Now he's a radical fucking right-wing fucking racist.
Yeah, I know that whole day of absence foolishness. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Are you serious? But cool. All right, my friend.
Later, brother. I won't keep you all night. I love talking to you, my homie. Later. Bye.
No worries, man.
I love my homie AJ. Wow. Usually based in making money. Facts. You're right. Your phone can shortcut to post to any platform simultaneously. You just need to upload speed. Damn it. I put my down here and then I accidentally kick it and it does stupid shit. Let's see. Man. Keeps making new changes or new pages. Opening new pages. Finish is short, absolutely does not need a new laptop. A finished short absolutely does not need a new laptop. Yeah, well there's I'm trying to think what it's called. I used to use one of them and manage a bunch of softwares. Was it HubSpot? Maybe it was HubSpot. I used one of those. Trello? No, Trello was like a board. Trello was the pin board. I used to use a bunch of fucking softwares. I know how to use so many softwares that I forget. I forget some of them until I pick them up and start using them again. But thank you guys for showing up tonight, man. I appreciate you. Who's in the private chat talking shit? Spencer wants to fight. Spencer went off today, Spencer. I seen Spencer go crazy. What's going on? That's what I said, homie. He only been back for like a week, dog. How you gonna crash out after a week? Homie, come on. Like, listen, Spencer. Somebody fucking tell him this or show him this. Listen, dog. You're not getting it, bro. Your people, your 15,000 fucking fans were there because you were a wholesome dude who didn't cuss and sat there with his nice little dog, right? The old dog that just sat there and cuddled with the dog, and he would tell nice stories like a fireside chat type shit, and dude would tell wholesome stories, and the premise of his stories was don't go to fucking prison because a bunch of crazy stuff happens in prison, and here's my stories of what happened in prison because I did some dumb shit. Now, everybody talking about, oh, this fool's a rat. They wrote a fucking story about the goddamn dude's life. There's a book that tells the fucking story. The dude never hid that he told on anybody. There's a book, right? So, he never fucking hid. Now, as for all that other dumb shit on his phone, that shit's retarded. Whatever. It's dumb. It's dumb. He said some stupid shit all high, right? And now clearly is saying a bunch more stupid shit all high, right? But the point is, he's got all these subscribers that showed up for Spencer, who's a wholesome, humble dude, right? Who's not manic and fucking freaking out and threatening people and all this other shit. He made all that money whenever he sat there with his dog and told stories, genuine stories of things that actually happened to him in his life. So now, over the last week, he's decided to get on here and go at it with anybody who said something crazy about him. And there's a whole bunch of people, you know what I mean, who love to go, because that's how that's what YouTube is, right? You know what I mean? I'm not blaming anybody or saying Plug's going to make his content. Hey, homie, that's what Plug does. You know what I mean? If you're on his hit list, that's what he does, homie. He goes at people. He makes content about people. Spencer knows that. You know what I mean? So what is he doing? Now he's going to crash out his channel again. And now all these people who like the old Spencer are getting this fucking manic dude who, I don't know if he's on drugs or I don't know if he's drunk. I seen the thing tonight, said he's a drunk or whatever. I'm an alcoholic or whatever. I don't know. I just tapped in and watched him crashing out. You know what I mean? And he seems to be going farther and farther off the rails. They're like, stop, bro. You want to make money or not? Or you want to fucking argue a Plug? You know what I mean? What do you want to do? You know? Because Plug don't care. He'll argue. He'll love it. You know? He should monetize it. Is Plug monetized yet? Monetize that shit, my homie. Tag Plug in this shit, too. Monetize it, dog, if you're going to fucking go at fucking, what's it called? If you're going to go at Spencer, dog. You know what I mean? And like, you know, I don't know. You're off track, Spencer. That's all I'm saying. You're missing the mark, dog. You're missing the mark. So don't be confused why your channel goes off the rails, homie, because that's not you. That's not what they signed up for. They signed up for someone who tells his fucking stories. And the people that are there, that are still left, clearly don't care about any of the shit that happened, right? They don't care. They're still there. That's what I got for Spencer. Some people are not interested in money. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's interested in just going at people. I don't know. I guess. There is people who like that on YouTube. You're right. You got me with that one, D-So. Some people are interested in just causing havoc. You know what I mean? Or doing the most. I get it. But I'm trying to make some loot. I was on here trying to make money, but the honest truth is, I've made a bunch of friends on here that have been here in an incredible way for me. And it was not something that I ever even expected. I never expected to make friends on the internet. I always thought it was kind of weird. Like people who get in relationships. I'm trying to find the fucking, the charger to my watch here. I always thought it was weird that people found love on the internet and stuff like that. Now, I've still never found a girlfriend on the internet, and I'm not really looking for one. That is, I still prefer to meet people in person. But the point is, though, I do understand now how people can make friendships on the internet, where I never understood that before. That was always confusing to me, that people would make, create genuine friendships on the internet, and I absolutely understand it now. I got more support from the internet about grad school than I did my own family. Right? My grandma's a bitch. My mom's cool though. My mama loved me to death. That's all you need. I don't know. Well, that and an Apple Watch charger, but I don't know where that joint is either. So fuck it, I guess. Oh, here it is, up there. Bam. Like butt cheeks. Let's see. What is your opinion of Alcoholics Anonymous? I think it helps some people. It helps a lot of people. It was never for me. It was never my trip. But if it keeps people sober, I think that's a good thing. Because not everything's for everybody. There's never going to be a one-size-fits-all for everybody anyway. So, you know what I mean? I would expect, but I know a lot of people that it works for. I know a lot of people who think it's the only way. And they feel like, they see me, they're like, oh, like you're freewheeling it or whatever. Like you're freeballing it. You're not in the fucking rooms or whatever. You're fucking up. And I probably am. Right? There's my dog. Is that my dog? Or is that me pressing buttons on this fucking thing again? No, I mean, I smoke my weed and I fucking party when I want to party. I party when I go to a party. I fucking party. I got no problem with that. But let's see. It's a sketchy topic. It is. I think people should try not. Yeah, of course. I mean, we want to try not to be a fuck up. You know, I mean, or at least if you're gonna fuck up, at least make sure that you know you're doing way more not fucking up. My dog's going crazy. He's about to attack my roommate. At least make sure that, you know, if you fuck up, that like you do right like 25 times for every time that you fuck up. You know what I mean? At least make sure you're making progress in the right direction. Can't be fucking up all the time. You know? Fuck up a little bit. Let's see. I know a lot of people in recovery. A lot of people in well, you know, a lot of people have dealt with addiction in this world. And if you look at the way that, let me find a video real quick. There's a video here on YouTube that I really like. Jack, that's enough, sir. Alright, here's a video that I found a while back. This is on this doctor's thing, a little short that she put up. And I thought this was really cool. You guys tell me what you think. Jack!
Addiction is complex, but it's manifested in any behavior that a person finds temporary pleasure or relief in, and therefore craves, but suffers negative consequences in the long term and can't give up. Now notice any behavior, I didn't say drugs. Most of the time we think about addiction, we think of substances here. That could be gambling, could be sex, could be relationships, could be internet, could be Facebook, shopping, as in my case, could be eating, could be work. Any behavior that gives you temporary relief, pleasure, but you suffer negative consequences and you don't get up, that's an addiction. Now let me ask you this question. According to that definition, how many people here will acknowledge that sometime or another in your lives you've had some kind of an addiction? Sometime. Okay, that's how relevant it is. Addiction is complex, but it's manifested in any behavior that a person finds temporary pleasure or relief in, and therefore craves, but suffers negative consequences in the long term and can't give up. Now notice any behavior, I didn't say drugs. Most of the time we think about addiction, we think of substances here. That could be gambling, could be sex, could be relationships, could be internet, could be Facebook, shopping, as in my case, could be eating, could be work. Any behavior that gives you temporary relief, pleasure, but you suffer negative consequences and you don't get up, that's an addiction. Now let me ask you this question. According to that definition, how many people here will acknowledge that sometime or another in your lives you've had some kind of an addiction? Sometime. Okay, that's how relevant it is. Addiction.
So this guy is one of the leading researchers in the world on addiction. And so I think that I think it's relevant, and I like that video. I thought that was a cool video, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, so that we can have an understanding of how prevalent addiction is and how much it affects the world, how much it affects all of us, and how similar we are, despite wanting to be these special individuals, these one-of-a-kind diamond in the roughs that we think make us special. You know, there's a lot more overlap than there is difference whenever it comes to humans. So, anyway, thank you, my friends. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's Jack going crazy in the background. Working out has negative consequences, so does breathing. Consequences are a subsidiary of an underlying issue. Have a good night, my friends. Thank you for tapping in.